Hi everyone. For assignment 3, I chose to look at Asana, which is a web and mobile application designed to help teams track their work and increase productivity. Asana was founded in 2008 by former Facebook employees Justin Rosenstein and Dustin Moskovitz. The great thing about Asana is that it's free to use for up to 15 people. Additionally, they have a premium version which comes with more features, which is $9.99 a month per person, and they even have an enterprise level edition that you can reach out to Asana to for more information. Getting started with Asana is really simple, and the only thing you need to create an account is an email address. And the account creation process only takes a couple minutes, and it's very simple to walk through. Since I already have an account, we're just going to go to the login. And this is the Asana homepage that you're greeted with when you log in. Up at the top, you'll see My Tasks, your inbox, and your dashboard. Over on the left-hand side, you'll see tasks that you've created, tasks that you've assigned to others, which requires the premium version, and recently completed tasks. Underneath this, you'll see your team. Um, right now, it consists of me, John, and Leah. And adding members to your team is really simple. You can just click on an empty icon or the plus button, and you can type in the person's name, and then Asana will ask for their email address and then send that person an invite. Underneath that, you'll see team conversations, team calendar, and then the projects that you're working on right down here. Now, getting started creating a project is really easy. You'll just hit the plus button, and we can name this project test. And then for the layout, you have two options. You have a basic layout, which is just a vertical list, which can even get confusing to look at times. And the more robust version, which is probably the board. And then underneath that, you have privacy, which is just public to my network, private to just the project members, or I can set it private just to me. Since this is a group project, we'll make it open to my network and hit create project. And with the board version, you have the ability to create columns, and you can create as many as you like, and you can name them whatever you want, so you're not stuck with predefined columns. Call this the beginning, the middle, and the end. And you can set tasks for each phase of this project just by clicking on the plus button underneath each column. So we can call this do some research, and you can create additional tasks. Write the background, and then you can even swap these with one another if you want to. And then now clicking on the task is where you get to see some of the real power that Asana has. You have the ability to assign the task to someone, so we can assign it to me with a due date of, say, March 27th. And then you have the ability to like the task, add tags, create subtasks, attach files from your computer, your Dropbox account, your Google Drive account, Box, and then OneDrive. And then you have a couple of additional options, such as delete task, copy this task if you want to also make this part of, phase 2 or phase 3, or copy the URL. Now, one of the really nice things is the ability to create subtasks, because certain tasks may have different layers to them or require input from multiple people. So we can also say do some research and then add the same due date, and then assign this to John. So that way, this task includes research by both me and John. And then I can just write, could you please do some research? And then you can tag John by using the @ sign and then just writing his name. And then up top, you'll see all the options available for this project. So besides looking at the board, you'll see conversations, and there hasn't been any so far with this project. You'll see a calendar. Now you'll see that on the 27th, you'll see the task that I created that has the due date of the 27th. And you can even open that task from there. You'll see the progress. And then from here, you can assign a final due date. Since 27th was when we wanted to have all the research done, say the final due date's the March 30th. Then you have the ability to update the status from this project is on track. This project is progressing, but there are some risks worth addressing. And this project is not on track and needs attention. So for right now, since we just created it, put it as on track. Then you can add project members. Since John's also involved in this project, you can add John. Then you also have the ability to set reminders to update the status. And you'll see down below that there's 2 tasks remaining. And then you'll see that the due date right there is March 30th. And you'll see the timeline working its way up to March 30th. Now I've already designed a complete project for you guys to be able to show you. And this was based off our class's assignment number 2. So we can click on it down here. And you'll see this is the different stages that were involved in assignment number 2. You'll see the background, the literature review, and then the final submission. So if I open one of these tasks, you'll see that in the description of it, I tagged John and Leah to let them know to do some more research. I uploaded a PDF file for them to be able to see. And then the great thing again is being able to track the history in each task. So you'll see that I created the task at 10:06, and I also assigned John and Leah to do some more research in this task as well. And then at 10:08, you'll see that I uploaded the PDF and then added a comment. Let's see what we can find. And you'll also see kind of the avatars here. So BB is me, Ellie is Leah, and Jo is John. And you'll see the due dates for each one of these, and then the fact that there was one comment already here. And then again, if you look at up here, you'll see there's no conversations yet. And if we go to the calendar, you'll see all the different due dates for certain tasks and who these were assigned to. Underneath the project, we assigned a final due date of April 6th. And then you don't have to update the status, but we can, for right now, say that it's on track. And that there's 6 tasks remaining and 1 completed. And then here's the timeline up to April 6th. And underneath files, you'll be able to open the PDF that was uploaded underneath the task. Now, another great thing about Asana is the dashboard. And this gives a high-level view of kind of what you're working on instead of just relying on this column on the left-hand side. So if you're working on multiple projects, it makes it easy to get a bird's eye view of the different projects that you're working on. So since we have 2 projects, assignment 2 and then test, when you hit add to dashboard, you just type assignment number 2 and add to my dashboard, and you'll see what's going on here and how much time's left. You can also add test, so this way you get a quick glimpse of everything that's going on. Now, if we go to assignment 2 and open up a task, you'll see that there's a check next to each task. Now, anyone can go in here and sign it off, but when the task is complete, you can hit a check mark next to that. And then this will appear down here that Brian Barker completed the task at 11:48. And you'll see that that check mark appears next to there. And if we go back to the project, you'll see that there's only 5 tasks remaining and 2 tasks completed. Now this about does it for the basic overview of Asana. I think Asana is great for the knowledge creation and knowledge capture part of the knowledge management cycle. I think it would pair very well with something like Microsoft SharePoint, where you can take the finished projects that you've created through Asana and then upload it to your Microsoft SharePoint site so that the knowledge can be shared with other people in the office. I chose to look at this particular tool just because at my job, we're always looking at ways to improve efficiency and task management. And this was my first experience ever with Asana, and I hadn't heard of it until this class and other people started talking about it on the discussion forums. As far as how I learned how to use this tool, I watched a couple of other YouTube videos online to get a basic understanding of it, and even did some more research on Asana just to read about it and what the thought process was behind the creation of it. And I would, from my own perspective, I would say that overall it's been pretty easy to understand. I think it's just knowing what the full features are, and knowing how to best use them to get things to run even more efficiently. I think only having access to the basic version kind of hinders what you can do, and I would like to see all the added features that come with the premium version. And I think just getting more familiar and continuing to create tasks, and even using Asana with someone else who may have a different perspective and maybe more familiar with it would be helpful as well. Because there's things like, learning how to use tags, which I think would be helpful, but would probably take input from some other people on how to do that, and learning all the little nuances that come along with it as well. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.